show. We're going to ask Minister Mackey if you'll give your Facebook page information again, or how people can get in touch with you if they need to, church family, however.
Finding the Kidney from Minister Mackey.
Woo!
Then also I'm on Facebook. My personal page is Otis Mackey. And if you have any questions or any concerns, you can reach me at 803-200-7926, which is my mobile number. And I'll be happy to share any information that I can with you.
And Mr. Mark Johnson, we thank you for coming.
Thank
and
you.
A lot of great information. We look forward to seeing you back in a couple of weeks. But if you give your contact information and how they can get in contact with you.
Okay, by phone is a great way. 187-PASS-IT-ON. That's the Donate Life office, and there's usually somebody there regular business hours, but if there's not, there's a voicemail you can leave there, and we'll get back with you. If you're on Facebook, look for Donate Life SC, and that's our Facebook page, and you can send us an inbox there or leave us a message on our wall.
And we want you to share with our listening audience if something has touched them today and they want to become a donor today, what measures do they need to take?
Number one, we want people to talk with their family, because at the time of death, we don't want it to be a shock to them.
Right.
And that's where the registry also helps, because if you sign up in the registry, which I'll talk about real briefly in a minute, that gives you a document of gift that when at the time of death that is searched and was found, and we present that to the family just in case they didn't know.
Okay, we have a caller. Go ahead, caller, you're on the line.
We were covered prior to the cremation.
Thank you.
But sign up on the registry, whether you do it at the DMV, but unfortunately not everybody has to go back to the DMV next week. It may be 10 years before you have to go back. So you can do, in the meantime, go to donatelifesc.org and hit register now, and you'll fill out a process online, secure. It's definitely a secure database. And once you do that, you're in the registry. Obviously you won't get the heart on your driver's license with the circle, but when you go back to the DMV, check yes on the form, and that'll put that heart on your driver's license. And that's also crucial. Every time you go through the DMV process, if you want to stay as an organ donor, check yes.
So the registry is checked at the hospital?
It is checked once somebody becomes a possible donor through brain death or however they die. The registry, we're called in, LifePoint is called in, and then we're the only, the hospitals don't know. They don't know who's on the list. They don't know who's waiting, they don't know who's waiting, and they also don't know who wants to be a donor.
Right.
So they have no idea who their patient is that wants to be a donor. We come in and we get the information about that patient, and we search to see if they're in the registry. If they're in the registry, we pull that information, give it to the family, and say, Mark signed up to be an organ donor, we'd like to follow through with that process.
Okay.
If I wasn't in the registry, we would work with the family and say, here's what donation can do. Will you be willing to give your loved one's organs up and allow them to save up to 8 lives and prove 50? And that's where the family gets to make the decision. Now the registry is a legal binding thing, so it's first person consent. So if I'm in the registry, then I'm making that decision for myself.
All right. Again, we want to thank Minister Mackey. We want to thank you, Mark, for coming.
To go online, if they still have further questions, they can go online to that donatelifesc.org. There's a huge question and answer section there that they can find out more information. But just know that one person has the possibility to save up to 8 lives and improve 50. And there's over 1,000 people waiting in South Carolina, 120,000 more across the country waiting. And for religious leaders that may be listening out there, on that same site, donatelifesc.org, they can go on there and they can find a lot of information about Scripture and about religious information relating to organ donation, and do the research.
Yes.
And see how their religion follows.
And again, thank you. And we invite you.